elevator around here.
Everybody, you guys go back to back, so they just didn't get up and leave. All right, we've now been joined by Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Ally Chevrolet. We'll take questions for Jimmie. If you have one, please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation. We're going to start up front with Holly and then go to Reed.
Hi, Jimmie. Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. I'm going to pull a Wolfgang, and I have kind of two questions for you. The first one, if you had to go to a venue and be racing for your playoff hopes, is this one that you feel, rather good at, considering your past history here? And the second part of my question is, how aware do you want to be during the race on Sunday of the other three guys' positions as you're racing?
Yeah, I don't mind coming here at all. I love the history of this track and love being here. And making a lap here is really special, and a place that drivers all aspire to come and compete. But if I could pick a track, it'd probably be Dover. So it would be different if I had a chance to pick myself. But I love it here. It's a great place, and our car is real fast, and we're excited about the weekend. And we're. Of course, I'm going to be aware. Of course, I'm going to be fed information. So we'll just see how it unfolds. But it's pretty simple. It's just a couple guys to worry about, and I know that I need a lot of points in one afternoon. So we've only discussed about how fast we're going to be and how aggressive we're going to be, and all the things that could hopefully lead to a victory and just eliminate any need for points. So. We know that the best plans don't always play out, so we'll see how it plays out. But there will be some information coming in at times. But hopefully we have a fast enough car we don't have to worry about it.
All right, Reed, go ahead.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire. When Chase was in here earlier, he was saying how important it was for the organization to get you into the playoffs, and how it was also important for you to have speed off the truck, which it looked like you did. Was there anything different about the preparation this week at Hendrick from the organization as a whole that was above and beyond in terms of helping your effort? And did you do a mock run in the practice session?
Yep, we did a mock run at the end. Our last lap was a mock run. I think we ended up 9th on the sheet with that lap time. There has been more preparation, but it really hasn't been because of the week. It's been since Cliff took over as crew chief. There's more hours, more time. We had a Saturday night race recently, and guys are in when they were asked not to come to the shop. And it's not just Cliff alone, but the energy and the brotherhood inside of the 48 team and how bad the guys want to perform. They're there when they don't need to be. They're there when they don't, when they're asked not to be. So it's pretty amazing to see the time and effort. And all of that has added up over the last couple of weeks where our guys have been able to spend more time on the car that we brought here. So it's hard to just look at a given week and say, hey, we're going to do more, because you don't have enough time. The truck's got to load and leave and all that stuff. But weeks back, things started clicking, which have allowed really every car that's gone on the track in the last 3 or 4 weeks to have more detail and more time spent on them.
All right, go ahead, and then we'll go to Pat.
Bruce Martin with NBCSports.com. Jimmie, in a lot of ways, doesn't it just simplify what you need to do? It's just win or else. You don't have to worry about, in a lot of ways, not calculating the points, but you can really simplify it by just winning the race.
Yeah, it would be a heck of a story to tie Jeff with 5 here, to come through a drought and all the things that we all know, and if you guys have had to write about, I've had to talk about, like having all that come to a conclusion and lock myself into the playoffs. It'd be one hell of a story. Hopefully that is the story.
All right, Pat, go ahead.
Pat DeCola, NASCAR.com. Everything you just mentioned about Cliff and the team seems like you're in the right situation now. But seeing the success that William and Chad are having this year, do you kind of look at it and be like, well, what could have been, like if you had stayed together?
No, I know what we had. I mean, we had lightning in a bottle. I mean, we had 15 out of 17 years or 14 out of 17 years that were just out of this world. And we had a great run. There is no doubt about it. But unfortunately, just where our relationship went in the final couple of years, we weren't bringing the best out of one another. And that's why we had to, had to change paths. I still think Chad Canales is the best crew chief to ever walk through the garage area. I do. I am his biggest fan and proponent, and I think William is a great student for him to teach and evolve as a driver. So I'm happy for them. Of course I want to beat him. Of course I want to outrun him. But that's Chad Canales, and he knows what he is doing, and he's developing William at a rapid rate, and they're doing a great job.
All right, we're going to go Claire, Bob, and then Dustin. Claire, go ahead.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. The regular season championship, do you like that idea that there's a regular season champion? What do you think about Kyle Busch getting that and the benefits of that?
Without a doubt, there needs to be a regular season champion. I was part of a group that was pushing for that years ago, and I was joking then, even if just get a coffee mug that says champ on it would be well worth it. We just love those things to fight for and work for, and it felt kind of empty, just all of a sudden the playoffs started and we didn't crown a champion for the regular season. So I think NASCAR's done a great job with that. They
right.
should triple the purse. That'd be nice. You know, it wouldn't be going to my pocket. It'd be nice.
Bob, go ahead.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. Have you all figured out, do you go for stage points, or if you go for stage points, do you know all the other guys you're racing with will do it, and you just have to pretty much play to win?
I don't think you're going to win from 20th. So you need to have a fast car. You need to be in the mix. You need to run up front. And if you're running up front, I think you're going to get plenty of stage points and then have a shot to win. So I think we need to be a dominant car, and we need to be up front all day long to have a shot to win the race.
All right, Dustin, go ahead.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. With being a dominant car, part of that is being a team executes flawlessly. I know last week there's not much you can do when somebody wrecks in front of you, but was last week the first time maybe in a couple months that the entire team, everybody kind of were putting together a race? Because I'm not sure if I remember you guys having put together as complete a race recently.
Yeah, there's been plenty of bad luck, that's for sure. I mean, I think Bristol was the race itself was going well. We had good stops, but I don't know. It's tough to go back through each one. I'd say, one easy one that stands out would be Chicago. I think we finished second or third there. That was a good one. Last weekend we did perform well through practice, qualified well, ran well. So we're getting there. It's what I have learned through this 2 or 3 year drought in difficult time is just how important the team is. And I've known it, I've lived it, and I've been the beneficiary of some amazing teams. And I just didn't realize how fragile it was until I got involved and had to start building that and help select the right people to put in place to build that team. It's been an interesting journey, and I've through it all, I've learned a ton. I mean, I really have, and I think we're in a spot now that everybody can see where the hard work has gone, and we're starting to show up and perform.
All right, we have time for one more question. All right, we'll come back. We'll go to Jerry, and then we'll wrap it with Holly. Jerry, go ahead.
Jerry Jordan, Kicking the Tire Side Net. I do have one about this weekend, the format, and the qualifying and all that. Do you have time to get everything ready? I know there's practices, but changing over for qualifying, racing, and everything like that. Do you like that, the condensed formula?
We feel like we're on the edge of enough time at a lot of tracks to get the work side done. So I'd rather be in the pit stall right now working with my guys. I was in the middle of something before I had to come over. But tomorrow is this is a unique schedule, and qualifying tomorrow is a different challenge. If somebody does have a problem and gets in the fence and has to go to a backup, it's going to be a Chinese fire drill. But we'll just kind of see how it turns out. I am in favor for trying different schedules and trying to figure out how to maximize what's best for competitors and fans alike. So we're trying something new here. I can't recall qualifying on race day except for Pocono, maybe a couple years ago, a year ago or something like that. So it's different. If it's received well, then we'll adjust for sure.
All right, Holly, want to wrap us up?
Holly Kane, the NASCAR Wire Service. Real quick, beyond the championships and all the race wins, I remember what you pulled off at Homestead a couple years ago when your car was pulled off the grid just before and you went out and won the championship. Things like that help you in terms of a certain sense of confidence, or we can get this done, because you've been through a lot of obstacles that you've had to overcome at various times.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, experience helps. I have been able to work through some really tough situations and come out on top over the years. There's no guarantees that will be what happens here this weekend, but I do feel like if that opportunity presents itself, the experience I have will help me stay calm and help me do the right things in that moment. It helps me sleep better, absolutely. Knowing what I've pulled off in the past gives me the confidence it helps with my confidence rolling into this weekend. Yep.
Jimmy, we thank you for your time. You can now get back to that meeting you were in, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, everybody.